Canto 4 by Alexander Pope. But anxious cares, the pensive nymph, oppressed, and secret passions labored in her breast. Not youthful kings in battle seized alive, not scornful virgins who their charms survive. Not ardent lovers robbed of all their bliss, not ancient ladies when refused a kiss, not tyrants fierce that unrepenting die, not Cynthia when her manteau's pinned awry, e'er felt such rage, resentment, and despair, as thou, sad virgin, for thy ravished hair. For that sad moment when the sylphs withdrew, and Ariel, weeping, from Belinda flew, Umbriel, a dusky, melancholy sprite, as ever sullied the fair face of light, down to the central earth, his proper scene, repaired to search the gloomy cave of spleen. Swift on his sooty pinion flits the gnome, and in a vapor reached the dismal dome. No cheerful breeze this sullen region knows. The dreaded east is all the wind that blows. Here in a grotto, sheltered close from air, and screened in shade from day's detested glare, she sighs for ever on her pensive bed, pain at her side, and Megrim at her head. Two handmaids wait the throne alike in place, but differing far in figure and in face. Here stood ill nature like an ancient maid, her wrinkled form in black and white arrayed, with store of prayers for mornings, nights, and noons. Her hand is filled to bosom with lampoons. Their affection with a sickly mien shows. In her cheek the roses of 18, practised to lisp and hang the head aside, faints into airs and languishes with pride. On the rich quilt sings with becoming woe, wrapped in a gown for sickness and for show. The fair ones feel such maladies as these, when each new night-dress gives a new disease. A constant vapor o'er the palace flies, strange phantoms rising as the mists arise, dreadful as hermits' dreams in haunted shades, of bright as visions of expiring maids. Now glaring fiends and snakes on rolling spires, pale spectres, gaping tombs, and purple fires. Now lakes of liquid gold, Elysian scenes, and crystal domes, and angels in machines. Unnumbered throngs on every side are seen, of bodies changed to various forms by spleen. Here living teapots stand, one arm held out, one bent, the handle this, and that the spout. A pipkin here, like Homer's tripod walks. Here sighs a jar, and there a goose pie talks. Men prove with child as powerful fancy works, and maids turn bottles, call aloud for corks. Safe past the gnome, through his fantastic band, a branch of healing spleenwort in his hand. Then thus addressed the power, "Hail, wayward queen! who rule the sex to 50 from 15, parents of vapors and a female wit, who give the hysteric or poetic fit. On various tempers act by various ways, make some take psychic, others scribble plays, who cause the proud their visits to delay, and send the godly in a pet to pray. A nymph there is, that all thy power disdains, and thousands more in equal mirth maintains. But oh, if e'er thy gnome could spoil a grace, or raise a pimple on a beauteous face, like citron water's matron's cheeks inflame, or change complexions at a losing game, if e'er with airy horns I planted heads, or rumpled petticoats, or tumbled beds, or caused suspicion when no soul was rude, or discomposed the headdress of a prude, or too costive leapt, or gave disease, which not the tears of brightest eyes could ease. Hear me, and touch Belinda with chagrin, that single act gives half the world the spleen, the goddess with a discontented air seems to reject him, though she grants his prayer. A wondrous bag with both her hands she binds, like that where once Ulysses held the wings. There she collects the force of female lungs, sighs, sobs, and passions, and the war of tongues. A vial next she fills with fainting fears, soft sorrows, melting griefs, and flowing tears. The gnome, rejoicing, bears her gifts away, spreads his black wings, and slowly mounts to day.